Oh boy, have I got something interesting to show you guys today. This thing is very weird, very cool, very Italian, as you could probably guess by just the shape of everything going on right here. This is one of the new cars from the new GT Online update. I say new to me because I'm only still just checking this stuff out, but it did come out a month ago. But I'm trying to catch up. It's this. It's the now smashed into Lampadati Tigon. This is actually, from the back, it kind of reminds me of like a modern day Lancia Stratos with this sort of like singular like circle rear light and just that little lippy style look. Does definitely give it some Stratos vibes, and then the front of it is, on the side of it, is just kind of crazy. This colour scheme isn't its usual colour scheme. I am now trying to make it so that cars normally spawn in red with the secondary colour in green, just so that we can see the difference between primary and secondary colour. That's just to better show off parts for you guys. And so here we go. Try and guess where the exhaust is. Have a look down here. No, it's here. It's right at the top. What an interesting place to have an exhaust. This thing is pretty mad. Let's just park up right here actually and have a closer look. Let's just repair it as always. I'm always smashing these things up at the start of the video. So it has no trunk. It does... Ooh! I like that. I like having that whole thing. That is cool. That is cool. So there is the hood, which shows underneath this crazy engine setup with this crazy exhaust setup as well. Got the battery there. Got our suspension there with some nice, very thin looking coils. And then we have the rest of the engine. Lots of carbon fibre. I guess this is a monocoque chassis. This is pretty crazy. Then we have the doors. How do these open? Oh, there we go. This is very Italian. Very Italian. So actually this does have the generic style interior. Nothing too crazy going on here. But we do have the Lampadati logo, which we don't really see that often. We don't really see many Lampadatis. But there it is right there. A nice peacock style logo. And as you can see, we've got this like carbon fibre shell all the way along, because this does look to be like a carbon fibre monocoque chassis. This is pretty insane. Very, very high tier style, this one. And there's actually nothing under here. That's just nothing. We could see a nice shot of Michael's crotch and the bottom of his shoes. If you ever wanted to see that. And then we have the Lampadati badge on the front. And we've got these very, very strange wheels right here. Not a fan of those, I've got to be honest. Right, let's close this down and have a look at the parts for this. So to start with, we actually have some liveries, which I'm going to check out now. So we have the race stripe, which is just this going along here, along the top. And down it just seems to be like a faded white version, so it's going to just mix in with whatever colour you pick. Then we have these double yellow stripes right here, not too into that. We have the speed stripes. Again, these would look a lot better if I didn't have the green and the red, but I'm just showing you the stuff. We'll obviously make a nice build afterwards. We have the double green stripes, which actually kind of match with everything going on right here. Then we have racer number 4. Oh, I quite like that actually. I quite like that colour scheme. That's nice, I like that. Then we have racer number 10, a little bit more modern looking. Right there. We have racer number 23 with the Eris style logo. Of course, always running from something. Then we have the Jackal Racing. Oh, this is pretty full on. There's a lot going on with this one, and I don't like it. The thing is, this rear end is giving me some nice retro vibes, especially like these lights. Like they're all dished. I kind of really like that actually. And then the front and the side is very modern, and so everything's kind of a bit weird. I kind of want to go for more retro-inspired liveries on this one. We also have the Sprint, which I'm not too into, although this has definitely got some 90s vibes with that. Very interesting. Then we have the Flames, which looks absolutely god-awful. I actually think that the speed stripes work well with this. And also I really like Racer 4. But I think for now we're going to keep that stock. We might come back to that later. So on the spoiler, we have the primary race spoiler. We have the secondary race spoiler. As you can see, there it is in green. We have the track spoiler with the secondary colour tips. We have the GT spoiler, again, all with the secondary colour. We have the carbon out. See, it's so much better being able to see where the secondary colour is this time. You could definitely get a better idea. Now we have the carbon arrow spoiler. Kind of interesting shape on that one, actually. It's actually a little double blade spoiler there. Then we also have that with a secondary colour top blade. Then we have the primary GT Mark II spoiler. That kind of goes with this, actually. Then we have that in secondary, which actually I think goes more, especially with the secondary colour roof and engine block right there, unless we can change those later. It's actually got this massive fin that goes all the way along the top. That is crazy. Then we also have the primary arc spoiler, again, with this massive thing going along the top here, which I think would burn, especially with the exhaust placement. I don't think they really match up. We also have that in secondary colour. I mean, I like the idea, but again, if I just jump out of this right here and I rev, the flames are pretty much just hitting that material. That seems like a massive afterthought for the design. Yeah, that's not going to work. So you know what? I'm actually going to keep it very simple and go for this primary race spoiler. Although, to be honest, I actually really like how it looks without anything. I think everything else just looks a little weird. So, do you know what? Sod it. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to go for nothing. On the front, we have the options of canards. We have the race splitter with the secondary colour here. We have the downforce spoiler, or downforce splitter with the secondary colour. We have the performance splitter. We have the arc splitter with the secondary colour down in the middle here. And then we have the GT. I don't like this middle bit. It kind of looks like that sticky out draw guy from Family Guy. That's just suddenly come to mind. I kind of like the race splitter. The canards is cool. I kind of like how the race splitter looks. It's not too out there, but it's still definitely very cool looking. On the rear bumper, we have the stock. We have the race diffuser with the secondary colour again. We have the Mark II version of that, Mark 1, Mark 2. We have the performance diffuser. I'm not actually into all of this secondary colour stuff that's been plastered everywhere. This seems to be a very, like a supercar thing to do with all these random lines in splitters and diffuser, whatever. Then we also have this speed diffuser here, which also seems to add some stuff to the side as well. And then we have the turbo diffuser. How does that compare to the racer? Oh, I see. Well, I kind of hate all of them. This is a car that just looks really good on its own, I think. Especially this rear. I really like this rear bit. This side shape and front, it's a bit dull to me. But this rear end, I really like it. Yeah, I actually hate all of them. I'm going to keep it stock. On the skirts, we have the race skirts. Adds that little bit there. We have the track skirts, which again is just going to add some colour stuff along the side. We have the sport skirts, we have the arrow skirts, and then we have the GT Mark II. I actually think that the race skirts looks pretty cool on this. I know that we've got this sort of colour on the front only, but, well, I didn't really have an option. I wanted just the carbon, I couldn't have it. But everywhere else, I'm going to keep it like this. On the exhaust, we have the options of the stock. We have the round, which doesn't even have a hole. It's just... What? It doesn't even have a hole. There's no hole there. I can't see. Oh, no, it is there. It's just very weird. You have to look at it at, like, the perfect angle. But again, that's not exactly an exhaust, is it? It's like a funnel. Then we also have the round cluster exhaust. I really don't like those. Then we have the split exhaust right there. We have the jet exhaust. And then we have the round exhaust. I'm going to go for the jet just because I like the name of that. That's very strange, but they are all weird. Then we have the sunstrip, primary colour, and secondary colour. I mean, we do have the secondary colour roof, so that kind of matches, but a sunstrip on this sort of car feels kind of sacrilege, so I'll keep that off. And then it's just a case of engine, brakes, transmission, suspension. Oh, it barely changes it. Barely changes it. Paint, well, I think now's the time to find something a bit nicer than red and green. I'm actually kind of feeling this sunset red, or maybe the garnet red. I really like how the red looks on this. It's got a nice retro style to it. I like that. And then for the secondary colour, I think in order to hide this green on the front, or to hide any colour on the front, I think I might just go for a classic black and just have that whole bit at the top, just black. And in fact, now that is black, I might find that I like some of the rear stuff a bit more. Here we go. Now that we have these in black, oh, that's a bit better. That's better. Do you know, I kind of like that one because it's definitely got some sort of retro style, or it feels like retro style with this like plasticky bit on the side. Yeah, do you know, I'll go for that. And then the skirts, well, they all look pretty cool, but the arrow one's actually alright. I liked it, I just didn't like the green. I think I'll go for that now. And the front bumper, now that I don't have to worry about the green. Yeah, that one I'm still not sure about that, but I think the performance splitter might be the cooler one to go for now. Yeah, that's better. I think secondary colour on this, keep it dull. But there we go. Now, we could also change the wheels. I'm not too sure what wheels we're going to go for here. What have we got in the high end? We never look in high end, because that's never normally the sort of thing I look for. The thing is, for me, I find that most wheels that you get on supercars, I think just look horrible. They're always just too busy. But then supercars themselves are just quite busy in design. I'm just not really a supercar person. Most supercars just don't do it for me. They're kind of cool. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, number 41 in chrome. Actually looks pretty nice on this. I think I'll go for that. And I've actually made a quite dull looking car. I haven't gone too crazy with this, but if I go to vehicle options, menus, customs, and I go to liveries, maybe something will match up with this. I actually really like how Racer 4 looks. Do you know what? I'm going to go for Racer 4. There we go. There is our build right there. No V-Stancer, no anything like that. But seems we've got time for one more. I think I'm going to try and do a jacked up off-road version just because it is something that should never happen to this car, and because I can, I'm going to do it. But not before I do this. Oh, that's so good. I love driving down this road just to do that. Wonderful. Oh, and I missed the truck, and parks nicely up here. That's good. Actually, this is the perfect spot for it. I'm not even going to change cars. I'm just going to modify this one. So we'll ditch the livery. We'll go for some worn paint this time. What have we got here? Worn brown. Let's give it a try. We've not tried this one before. For the wheels, we do actually, of course, have some of the new wheels as well, like the concave steely, or the police issue, or the lightweight. I definitely am loving these new off-road style wheels. There you go. If you want to go for something sporty, but also off-road, I guess the flat 6. This is very weird. And then in V-Stancer, I'll just... should we make them bigger? I don't think we need to make the wheels that much bigger. We'll make them a bit wider. We'll bring them out a little on the front and rear. And we'll give ourselves some height. Make this higher, which is completely against the ethos of this car, especially the... I imagine the downforce and the dynamics of this car is probably going to be completely ruined by jacking it up. But I do like to see a cool, different style. I say different. I often do this style, but it always makes every car that we do look completely different. And that's why I do it. And there we go. With all the dirt in, there is our crazy off-road style version. Let's just get down here. Actually, if we were to do an off-road version, we probably wouldn't have these splitters and stuff, would we? Front bumper stock. Rear bumper, actually like it how it is. Side stock. And we'll just put those a little bit bigger again. A little bit wider. And there we go. There is our silly fast off-road style battle car version of the Lampadati Tigon. Lampadati Tigon. Well, there we go. That is it for this video. Just wanted to check this one out. We've definitely got some more cooler cars from the update. But I kind of wanted to just get this one out of the way and done. And then we can sort of... I'm sort of like holding out. I like saving the best till last. Hopefully I can keep you guys reeled in with this. Hopefully I'm going to be showing you builds for these cars that you never would have seen before on any other channel. Just because of the fact that I'm using mods and everything else. And I'd actually be curious to know... Would you actually like to see this sort of thing in GT Online? Do you reckon people would buy this? I reckon just because it's so different, people would be excited and buy this even if it does not really make any sense. Oh, that's fun to shoot the flames out the top. Well, if you've watched all the way to the end of this video... Oh, it's in slow motion. How about that? Ooh, that means I've got time to say... what the hell does that say? I don't know what that says. So you can say... oh, we can't say... Oh, is that a nice little... Is that a little Easter egg that ROCKSTAR have left in by saying hot coffee? Or is that, am I thinking too deep into that? That might even be a little Easter egg left in by Rockstar there. I've actually got a slowed down version of... That is a horrible sound. That is a horrible sound. Let's just let that guy get on with it. You can say Delhi in the comment section below. There you go. You can say Delhi in the comments. Just let me know you watched the whole thing, but that is it. Shit. Thank you so much for watching. Whoop! Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Prius Man. I'll see you guys the next time. Goodbye.